Help answer my dad what backs Bitcoin. Hey guys. I've recently listened to Safidi Namas on Lex Fridman's podcast, and I honestly can't tell you the last time something has made so much sense to me. Since then I have started to read the Bitcoin Standard, and it really does resonate with me. Since I have desperately been trying to get my dad to at least listen to the podcast, because I know for a fact, as he listens to that or reads the Bitcoin Standard, he will buy tons of BTC. So firstly, do you guys have a suggestion of how to get him to take the time to listen and read? Secondly, he asked me what backs Bitcoin as opposed to gold. My understanding is that gold's value is somewhat proportional to the cost of which it takes to make it, and then its scarcity. Similarly to Bitcoin, it reckons energy compute to mine. So cost of production in that sense, and that gives Bitcoin its value along with its scarcity? Am I getting this right? Thanks. Bitcoin is backed by the energy expended to secure the network. It has value because it is an uncensorable, unconfiscatable, decentralized money that can be sent across time and space with no trusted third party. Yes, fiat money needs to be backed because otherwise it is printed to infinity and loses its value. Gold and Bitcoin are both commodity monies. They don't need to be backed, because they are the ones that can back everything else. The power of friendship. Proof of work. Scarcity. Same thing that currently backs US dollar. Faith. Yes, correct, but remember, gold isn't fixed supply. The mining is just controlled to manipulate the price. And there's a lot of fake gold around. Proof or work on a fixed supply asset is what makes Bitcoin a winner. I think this is a question he has to work through by asking relevant questions like, what is the dollar backed by? What is gold backed by? What gives gold or fiat its value? Without a good understanding of the answers to those questions, trying to explain proof of work or scarcity might go over his head. Value is somewhat proportional to the cost of which it takes to make it. No, that is a form of sunk cost fallacy. Why would anybody pay according to what it cost you to produce it? They can't recoup that cost. The whole thing is the other way around. Market price of stuff motivates investing into producing. What backs gold? No, not industrial use. That only accounts for 10 of its value. Gold has value because society needs hard money. Nothing backs it. And for the first time ever, mankind has invented money harder than gold. Bitcoin isn't backed by anything. Neither is fiat. Neither is gold. Backed has a specific meaning, which means a certain amount of one thing can be redeemed for a specific amount of another underlying asset, which is held by a central authority. Bitcoin doesn't need backing, because its value is derived from a combination of its scarcity and its utility, derived from its fundamental characteristics. Like gold, it is not accurate to say it is backed by energy expenditure, or mining, or hardware, or anything like that. Faith. What backs money? What backs gold? Do they have intrinsic value? If you answer this, you have your answer. Nothing. Like all currencies. Only think currencies are backed by is the beliefs of its users it has value. So can say it's backed by its users. The world backs BTC. It's human backed, and that's really special. Hopes and prayers. Bitcoin is backed by nothing at all. Sure, it costs money to mine. But what does it mine? Absolutely nothing of intrinsic value. 99.9% of investors are using it to speculate, not as a currency. Could easily go to zero. Gold has a 5,000-year history as a currency and store of value. It's pretty and has utility. It will never go to zero. Hopes and dreams. Trust. Like any other currency, Speculation. What backs Bitcoin? The same thing that backs gold. 1. Gold mining takes a lot of energy and resources. 2. You can't imitate real gold if you know how to test it. 3. Gold is scarce. So for Bitcoin, 1. It takes a lot of energy and resources. 2. There is only one Bitcoin and it can't be imitated. 3. There will only ever be 21 million of them. Absolutely right. Thumbs up. Open question. I'd say Bitcoin is backed through energy and hardware. But what about the consensus and community? In my eyes, it's equally important. The same thing that backs gold. It's backed by all the people who believe in it. Just like the dollar. Just like gold. Just like the stock market. People find these things useful and are willing to follow the made-up rules because doing so provides utility and value. You have a vast network of users, miners, exchanges, merchants, and developers. Together they back Bitcoin. Math, code, and proof of work. It's backed by the world's largest computer network using the same amount of electricity as Argentina to compute 414 million terahash per second to serve 46 million users in the world's first and only decentralized digital store of value that has never failed, never been hacked, and cannot be broken or stolen by anyone. What backs the US dollar? Nothing. BTC is deflationary, and that can't be said of the dollar. About 50,000 nodes and the hash power equivalent to a medium-sized country. What backs Bitcoin, you ask? Unicorns, fairy dust, and hopium. Lots and lots of hopium. Math and energy. Mined Bitcoin is the product of energy spent. It is an output of effort, similar to a piece of art. Energy, a lot of energy, and maths. Energy and math back Bitcoin. Bitcoin is backed by the millions of computers verifying the hashes, or the legitimacy of the network. Ask him what backs the international banking system's money transfers. Answer is SWIFT, a network of trust and preset rules. Similar to BTC, except Bitcoin's network of trust has millions of nodes instead of like 7 companies. Everything lol. Good luck bringing down the world economy intentionally so you can swoop in and rescue everyone. Eh? The math behind it. Energy consumption, miners, and the network nodes. Somewhat the code. Math, physics, and energy backs Bitcoin. I quote, "If you don't believe me or don't get it, I don't have time to try to convince you. Sorry." Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin is backed by the black market. As long as international crime syndicates need to move money that can't be confiscated at the border, Bitcoin will hold tremendous value. BTC is backed by the miners, who have a direct cost in electricity which confirms transactions every 10 minutes. Without the cost of energy, it would be no different from any other fiat currency. Energy. Buy. Bitcoin's 21 million promise is a mirage. There are thousands of coins, tokens out there. People are superficial and believe they have the same fundamentals or even better than Bitcoin. They buy into these coins, diluting Bitcoin's hard cap. Result: the hard cap backs Bitcoin only for those who truly understand it. Few people do. What backs gold? Yes, Bitcoin is even more scarce because you can always mine new gold. If gold price rises, more gold will be mined and increases its inflation. Bitcoin is finite. There can't be created more than those 21 million. And it's coupled to physics for its safety. At a high level, Bitcoin is backed by its scarcity being absolute and the level of difficulty to make more of it. Until we reach zero inflation,